Welcome to our Not Sip Bayless Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Austin, a.k.a. Not Sip Bayless, and I am joined by my compatriots. We have Zach, a.k.a. Maximum Security's Horse Whisperer, joining us.
Hit him. You know he deserves it. You deserve this win. You've earned this.
And we also have Hamilton joining us, a.k.a. Joel Embiid's ghost writer for his Twitter account.
We did not have this in Africa.
And
Austin's accents are
That is the first accurate accent.
And then we're also joined by Dylan, a.k.a.
First guest of the pod.
Our first very own special guest, Dylan, a.k.a. Pickles, a.k.a. What was your thing again? I totally forgot.
You should have added.
Oh yeah.
Added some applause.
It's adding
Don't
applause.
edit that.
This is why we can cut.
Yeah. So joined by our new special guest, Dylan, a.k.a. Pickles, a.k.a. the Browns' newfound ego.
OBJ is on God. Bless him.
Bless the J's of the OBs. We got some fun things to talk about this podcast episode. We got round 2 NBA playoffs. We have some NFL things to talk about between rookie minicamp and some things being said by particular players. And we also have something that went down with some horses. I don't know, but people are upset and money was lost, and let's get into it. Our first topic of the day, round 2 NBA basketball. Who else is sad to see this Trailblazers Denver Nuggets series come to an end? Because I'm not ready for it. I want this series to go on forever.
Well, it might not even be the best series. I mean, Golden State Houston is
insane. No one there has won. I don't think it's a good series until someone wins an away game.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
No one has won an away game.
Valid point.
Yeah.
Also, but what? What is happening over there? Like, the West is supposed to be the given part the given side where you know who's gonna win and who's gonna lose. You're like, oh yeah, it's Golden State. They're gonna fucking sweep. And nope, not happening. James Harden throwing his arms off in contest.
And I think I want to change. I want the
That
Rockets.
was the one. That was literally the one where we all just agreed what was going to
It's
happen.
the only one where we all picked the same team.
Yeah. We all thought that was definitely fine.
Although in last episode I picked the Warriors to win, I actually do now want the Rockets to win.
Do you?
The Rockets.
I just like.
Is that because of Eric?
Eric Gordon.
Yeah, because of Eric Gordon.
Because of Eric Gordon.
I mean, we all have a soft spot.
I'm a homer.
For Eric Gordon.
He went to my high school. I'm really excited for the rest of this Blazers Nuggets series. I am excited for the Warriors Rockets too, but like I said, I don't think it's going to be an interesting series until someone wins an away game. What are your thoughts about that? Like, how are you surprised it's 2-2?
Which series? Portland and Denver?
Warriors Rockets. Are you surprised?
Yes, I'm
that
surprised
it's
it's 2-2.
I'm
surprised both of them are 2-2.
I mean, based on how it went down last year, it ought to be 2-2. But the Warriors just look so good, and the Rockets haven't looked great all year. But they fought when they had to. PJ Tucker played out of his mind last game.
Let's go. Even though we already made Dylan didn't make his we didn't have Dylan around last time when we made our predictions. But
still Golden State.
So we all three of us went Golden State winning this. Mm-hmm. Anyone that is set in stone, but is anyone wavering in that now?
No,
we're sticking true. Dylan, how do you feel? How do you feel? You didn't make a. You weren't here to make a set in stone call.
I'll give Denver the big.
I say Nugs in 9.
Yeah. Denver. What?
Just hedging your bets. Like, hey, well, I called him, but not in the right amount of games.
Right. I think the Nuggets are going to win them in 9 games. It's a series that they're not even in.
He placed an over/under bet on 7 games, and he took the over.
I forgot how betting works.
How you feeling?
Over.
How you feeling, Mr. Pickles?
I feel like Denver's definitely got it now. Considering
about the Warriors Rockets.
Oh, Warriors Rockets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Rockets.
Yeah, you gonna be contrarian?
Yeah, I'm gonna be contrarian, and it's also just because you've seen the Rockets.
You've seen the Warriors. You've seen the Rockets.
New Line Cinema presents
Secret of the Ooze 4.
But no, it's just like wanting to be contrarian is also kind of fun.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, yeah.
It's also just like
From the studio that brought you Nugs and Nog. I wasn't ready to be done with that bit. Sorry.
Well, okay. I like that. I like that. You know,
I thought you were gonna do an accent.
I am. I am doing an accent right now.
He's
It's
doing
it's
all-
just mine.
This is
It's
his
just mine.
Chinese accent. You didn't know?
I'm really great at it. But yeah. So I see Warriors winning this, but I'm gonna root for Houston. I'm mostly for Eric Gordon. But now to this, we talk a little bit about this Portland Denver series.
I'll
now.
confess, I haven't watched any of that series.
Which one? The Portland
Well, I
Denver.
must
and
confess.
Denver.
Oh,
I
man.
haven't.
With
I've
my
only-
loneliness,
Oh.
it's killing me now.
I
I've
haven't
only-
watched any of it.
I've only seen it when it's on at work. So
No,
whenever
I
it's on
still
at
believe
work, I just
I've
go,
watched. I don't think I've watched each game. I've watched enough of each game. I definitely was there to watch all of the quadruple overtime, which was amazing. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. Rodney Hood. I did not think Rodney Hood basically put the game away. Not basically, just put the game away there at the fourth
Put the team on the
overtime.
back, though.
Put the team on its back, though. I'm rooting for
You're
the
Marshawn.
I'm rooting for the Nuggets, though. I like Gary Harris. Jokic broke a record for how many minutes played in that quadruple overtime.
65?
Was 65 minutes played. Of course, a lot of that was also in overtime, which there's a lot of stoppage. So these guys are built for this stuff. Like,
yeah.
Even if they don't look like it.
Even if they don't look
Talking
like it.
about you, Pillsbury Doughboy.
But now let's shift gears over to the East. This Bucks Celtics series.
I knew Boston was a paper giant.
Yeah.
You
Shut your mouth.
pussies. And Giannis is eating them alive.
You're right.
It's true.
And he, as well,
You're not
he
wrong.
should. Milwaukee switched less than only one team the whole year. The Orlando Magic are the only team who defensively switched less often than Milwaukee. They came into this Boston series, they lost game one, they got handled, and they started switching, and Brad Stevens shit his pants.
Didn't know
He
what to
does
do.
not know what to do,
Yeah.
and it's hysterical.
You called that coaching.
This is why Milwaukee's so dangerous, is because they have the takeover guy, they have a killer. Giannis wants to be the man.
Yeah.
But they're so long and so athletic, they can switch everything. They don't have... There was a moment last game, you know how the Warriors are so efficient on offense, but they have to hide Steph Curry at the other end a lot?
Yeah.
Right.
There was a moment last game where Eric Bledsoe got switched on Al Horford, and Boston couldn't take advantage of it. That's unreal.
Yeah.
Milwaukee's defense is terrifying. And then their offense is basically just, if you're open, shoot it. If you're Giannis, do whatever you
And then
want.
pass it to someone who's open, who's gonna shoot it.
So you called that one. What about the other series that you fucked up?
Well, I'm fucked up yet. I feel better about 2-3 than I do about 3-1. Ben Simmons is not an NBA star. I don't see it. I never have, and because Embiid can't get healthy, they can't hang with Toronto.
So are you on the Jared Dudley train?
Now, Jared Dudley should retire. But
I'm talking about his comments, though.
you know, yes, I actually do think Ben Simmons is one of the best transition players in basketball. I think he's an above-average mid-court, half-court player, but he's not a stud.
He's a journeyman.
He's not a guy that's going. He shouldn't get a max contract for his half-court play, but what he does in transition will mean he gets one. There aren't that many 6'11" point guards. There's a reason he went number one overall. If somehow talk to Giannis, I don't know.
If he could find a jump
figure
shot.
out how to shoot from
If
farther
he could-
than 6 feet away from the
just
rim,
something.
dude. Like there are non-fictional, and by that I mean not Air Bud dogs that shoot better from distance than Ben Simmons does. And
What if we bring in Air Bud?
it's
Hey, there's
Well,
nothing
he
in the
can't-
rules saying a dog can't play basketball.
Can he dribble?
Franchise.
If nobody drools a little bit.
if you could train a dog to just sit while the offense has the ball, he'd be the best defender in the league. You couldn't dribble. You can't put the ball on the floor. He's taking.
Them dogs get it.
He's taking that ball.
Poke it out.
And
goes
just,
like, dork,
then
dork,
just be
dork,
comfortable.
It's like,
playing.
ref, this is a foul. He's trying to hump me.
He's leading with his head.
He bit me, ref. Come on.
And
That's
the ref's just
flagrant.
like, Patrick Beverly's been doing that for years. I don't know what to tell you. But no, I don't think the Sixers are going to come back and win, even though I picked them to win this series. And I picked them because I thought Toronto was going to really miss Jusuf Nurkic against Joel Embiid.
They've really done that.
And I knew Marc Gasol could play defense. Everyone knew. But I thought when Gasol went out, especially with Pascal Siakam hurt, they don't have anyone to play the 4. If Gasol's on the bench, they basically have to play Ibaka at the 5 and then make Kawhi Leonard play the 4. And for some reason, Philly can't seem to take advantage of those bench lineups. I say for some reason, but it's really because Philly has no bench at all.
Yeah.
Like, 0 bench. Their best bench player is what? TJ McConnell? Landry Shamet?
Like take out Ben Simmons
they
and
should
put
have,
in
like-
Oh, no.
oops.
They should have like
Mike
Tobias.
Scott.
They should have like Tobias Harris come off the bench or something. I don't know.
They ought to stagger
That
their
wouldn't do
lineups.
anything.
Yeah. Well, you stagger your... I would like to see... I think it'd be cool if you took Jimmy Butler and, like, Embiid and start them and then do, like, Simmons and Harris.
Yeah.
Now, that seems like I'm separating based on skin tone, which I didn't realize until I said it out loud.
Racist?
But they could work because of those 4, Tobias Harris is the best shooter, so he complements Simmons the best.
Yeah.
And then Joel Embiid, I don't know if you've looked at the efficiency numbers of a Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid pick and roll. It's fucking terrifying.
Well, I will say that I can't think of a modern NBA lineup where it has a point guard that cannot shoot that does well.
Playoff Kyle Lowry's doing all right.
Rondo.
Yeah, he said modern.
Oh, well, I mean, that was,
They didn't make the playoffs.
that was 08.
No, I know.
That's,
Still not modern.
What? 2008's not modern?
No.
Okay, fine. All right.
Hard-nosed basketball.
The horse whisperer over there is the only one of us that was out of middle school in 2008.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man.
But yeah, so like I'm really looking forward
just
to the.
just to date Zach
Right.
for you, ladies.
Oh, I'd date him. Anyways,
Wait, you aren't dating?
to actually date this podcast right now, the Trailblazers.
August 12th, 1947.
The Blazers and the Nuggets are playing right now. The 76ers in Toronto just recently wrapped up, which made it 2-3. So we'll have more.
Toronto handled.
Yeah, they did. They got angry about plane flying.
Okay,
three
so I haven't been
windmill
able to watch
ducking.
any, but did Siakam play?
I want to.
Does anyone know? Because he was in
say
doubt.
I saw him.
Okay, because if he didn't play,
In
my
real
mind
life?
is blown.
Yeah. What?
In real life, you saw him?
Yeah, no, I was there. Like I was.
He was at the movies
I
with
was-
Thad Young.
Yeah. And then
Thank you.
Dylan was there too. And then Thad gave me tickets to Toronto. I did a hop, skip, and a jump over there. And now I'm back.
Is that what we went to
He
the
actually
11 game?
he took PIM particles to get there in the past, and then someone back there stole
But
his
how did
PIM
he get the
particles,
PIM particles
and
we
then
ran
somehow
out of them?
teleported a whole army without PIM particles forward in time.
It's okay.
That's a different
Nope,
topic.
We can't talk about that. Nope.
Well, nobody would have known it was a spoiler unless you mentioned that.
I never said those words.
You
Anyways,
just said we can't talk about that.
I just said
That's obvious.
that's not our podcast.
Now you have to cut all of this.
No, keep it in.
It's fine. It's
Keep
fine.
it in.
The Russo brothers said yesterday was the spoiler cutoff. If you hadn't seen it by yesterday, after the second weekend,
I also
it's your
agree with
fucking
that.
fault.
So that's about all we have for NBA talk. We can shift over to some NFL. Rookie mini camps just went underway, and I'm excited for. We got a lot of good. I feel like this was a really good rookie class in this draft. It was very deep, definitely defensive heavy. I feel.
Well, I'll caution, as you should every time this happens, it is entirely too early to judge this rookie class.
Oh,
We have no idea.
None. But I do like making assumptions when we're entirely too early.
All right.
So let's throw one out there. Who
Thanks,
is
Jeff.
our defensive and offensive rookie of the years? Let's call it right now.
Quinnen Williams is your defensive rookie of the year.
All right.
Offensive is going to be Doug Jones, just so I know.
Daniel?
Whatever.
Daniel Jones.
Whatever. Daniel Jones. just
And
missing.
I'll go... I want to go Kyler Murray.
I mean, how can you like? Is there?
No. He's
Well, but
he's
Arizona's
working
gonna-
with the Cardinals.
Yeah,
like,
and they
offensive
can't.
line.
They can't
Alright.
block him, and it's so biased towards
but maybe he's
quarterbacks.
just so shifty that he doesn't need all that block.
Right.
Well,
he's and as a quarterback, all he has to do is win 6 games.
Look, and Russell Wilson Russell Wilson-esque.
Russell
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah, so Kyler Murray's
Rumpelstiltskin.
Kyler Murray is my pick. A dark horse I think we should look out for is, it hurts me to say it, but N'Keal Harry from the New England Patriots
Really?
is a dynamite weapon.
Nah, man, I'm calling it.
I was so mad they took him.
Nah, man, I'm
else
calling
would you
it.
take?
Josh Rosen.
He can't be rookie of the
No,
year.
what's the Kentucky guy? That's also the name of someone else.
Oh.
Josh Allen. He's defensive rookie of the year.
Sorry.
I'm calling it.
Josh Allen.
Josh
defensive rookie of the
Allen, offensive rookie of the year. Paris Campbell.
year. You think the AFC South sweeps the offensive rookie and defensive rookie awards?
Yep. No one's ready for him. His speed, combated with Andrew Luck, and then the decoys with T.Y. Hill and Devin Funchess.
You're talking about Paris Campbell. I thought you were talking about Josh Allen.
No.
Like
he's
what?
talking about-
No one's ready for his speed. Why is he
No.
defensive rookie of the year?
Who, Josh
His
Allen?
speed.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about Chunky Soup.
What?
What?
I heard
Actually,
Campbell's.
I'm going to switch.
Campbell's.
Who's the defensive player that the Jets took?
Quinnen Williams.
Quinn Williams. Okay,
That's who I
yep,
said.
that's... I actually...
He jumps off the tape
Yeah.
to me. He's
Yeah.
terrifying.
And also playing in the AFC East, that's like, apart from the Patriots, that's like 4 easy wins.
Yeah.
You know, I think the Jets are gonna be.
They're gonna sweep Miami and sweep
the
other team.
they're
the
gonna beat the
Bills.
Jets?
I think
I was going to say, you
forgot-
got the
yeah, I
Bills?
who it was.
the Jets are the number 2 team in the AFC East.
Yeah.
Definitely far behind the
How
Patriots.
much?
I just realized. I went.
How much
you think
does
the
Lev
AFC
actually add to
South is
Lev?
getting both awards? When I said Quinnen Williams and then N'Keal Harry, who
I was-
play in the same.
I thought about that. I was like, wait a minute. I
Yeah.
got to think about this real quick.
I said Kyler Murray, but
Yeah.
But then you backtracked.
I said watch out for N'Keal
But
Harry.
Jets, that's a nice little segue for us into our next topic. Le'Veon Bell, Lev, as his friends call him apparently,
LB.
has been in the news.
My man.
For reasons that we
My personal friend.
okay.
Le'Veon.
All right,
No,
Spurs!
it's the time of year where Le'Veon Bell skips voluntary workouts, which he's done every year,
Yes.
and it's a news story again.
because
And
there's nothing
because
to
there's
talk
nothing
about.
Because there's
talk
no
about.
and
Yeah.
for some reason people are mad that Le'Veon Bell said it won't matter come January.
Yeah, that's what I
is
want.
He's being confident.
Yeah.
Come on, let him have his thing.
And that's what
Also,
everyone
it's
looks for.
OTAs. It is OTAs. The one part in the collective bargaining agreement that goes, oh, we don't actually have to
These
show
are
up for this.
voluntary.
You do not have
the
to show up
list
for
of
it.
players that work out on their own is pretty long, and it's full of Pro Bowlers. Like
Yes.
you don't. Sure, there are lots of
It
guys
is
that
a
do
non-story.
show up, but unless you are Tom Coughlin and you get butthurt about it,
Heh.
you shut up. No, this is a non-issue. Le'Veon Bell's always done this. No one will care if he produces, and if he doesn't produce, it won't be because he skipped voluntary minicamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
He's fine. He'll be fine.
He's fine.
fine.
He's
But-
Le'Veon
He's
Bell.
fine.
Sam Darnold is going to love him.
Obviously.
another
Yeah, because he can dump off a pass to him and be like, I don't have to make a thing
But
on
you don't
oh,
have,
okay, don't
that's
have to
the thing
create.
though, is you don't have to dump it off. He doesn't just run flat routes and like swing patterns.
No, but you can.
He legitimately he runs a better route tree than DK Metcalf. Like Le'Veon Bell is a number 2 or
Yeah,
3
but I don't
wide
know
receiver.
if you need to give that to Sam Darnold.
Well, the problem is who else runs routes on the Jets? Quincy and Unwin couldn't stay on the field. Robbie Anderson does 2 things, and they both start with fast.
Yeah. Deep ball!
Like, what else?
Look,
can
I
you do?
outran him! Coach, look, I outran him!
No, focus! You were going to run out of bounds! Oh, fuck, he did it.
I overran it.
Another comment made in football. Moving over to the Browns, Odell
Hi.
Beckham with his new
My God.
yeah with his new town, with his new home, saying that the Browns are going to be the next Patriots. Now this is another thing that there's not much to talk about, so we're talking about it.
Right.
Let
he,
me-
mean,
And
he means
football-wise.
dynasty-wise, they are not going to do anything scheme-wise similar to
Yeah.
New England. Even when he had Randy Moss and Rob Gronkowski,
Yeah.
Tom Brady has never had a set of weapons like Baker Mayfield does right now.
Yeah.
No.
Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. at receiver are so dynamic.
And not to
And
mention
Nick Chubb
yeah, Chubb,
balled back
and then
there
the
last
tight
year.
end and
David and Njoku.
Njoku.
Like This Browns offense is scary. Their defense is full of playmakers.
They got Greedy Williams.
They got Greedy Williams to put opposite Barbecue back there. Denzel
Ward. And didn't invite me. Shout out to Gus Johnson, my favorite announcer in the entire world.
Myles Garrett is not so quietly becoming one of the most reliable pass rushers in the NFL. Look, there are a lot of pieces for
Browns
this
are scary.
Cleveland team.
Yes,
I'm not going to lie.
I think they win that division.
Oh, yeah. Agreed.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they got one of the first round buys. Expectations have risen for the Browns every year they've drafted a quarterback. Last year was the first time they rose.
This is the first time they've had success.
Right.
This is true. I want to talk about
it'll be
that.
interesting to see how they respond to it. But the other thing is, like you said, there's a ton of turnover on this roster.
Yeah.
This is not the first time the young kids on that roster have had success. You're talking about a guy, Myles Garrett and Baker Mayfield, who have done nothing but win their whole lives. They're not all of a sudden going to be like, people want us to win games? How we do this? Like, they're not all of a sudden like, holy shit.
Never going to make them say, like,
Can
the
I say
Browns are just
that
gonna be
Baker
on there.
Mayfield also hasn't had that kind of like stumble though? Like if he has a struggle, what's going to happen? to him?
He didn't win his starting job at the only school that gave him a scholarship. So he walked on to a school in that same conference just to piss Texas Tech off. Yeah, he's had
That's not hard to do.
He's had his stumbles. And he's
But not at a professional
walk
level.
on at Oklahoma. Yeah, it
Also-
is.
That's not fun.
If you look at most people that describe his career, it's like he keeps stumbling along and doing things that shouldn't actually happen but somehow continue to happen. His luck is falling for him. What if it runs out?
Well,
I don't
look,
think anything-
How does he
out.
deal with that kind of
I don't
adversity?
think anything Baker Mayfield did last year could have been qualified as lucky. He made it happen.
He made it happen with the players he had at that point on the team last year. But now he's got this team, which my main argument is just going to be there's a lot of ego to that team.
There is.
There's a lot of,
He has
like...
to
You would
spread the ball
know.
around.
You would know, Mr.
You
Cleveland Browns
are the
ego.
Cleveland Eagle.
I am the
That was
Cleveland
your-
Eagle. I
yeah.
thought you were calling me out personally.
No,
I'm
no.
like, what the hell?
No, I agree. The people that populate the dog pound are not going to know what to do with this team.
No.
If they start losing, are they patient? Do they turn on them?
Yes.
If
because
they
they should be the most patient.
if they come
fan
at
base
the
out there.
Detroit Lions, if they come out on fire, do they run the risk of like amping everyone up too much? Then any little mistake is seen as like.
Well, that's
The
any
walls
team that
tumbling
starts off like with
But
that kind of
Cleveland
momentum.
has
Coming
been
from
the
that bottom
joke for
mentality.
so long.
Coming from that what mentality?
that bottom mentality.
Well, yeah, then, like, it goes back to the idea that since the Browns are being hyped up and all that because
Right.
of all this offensive
And I think that's a
line,
legitimate
Literally
concern.
last year there was a promotion from Bud Light that if they won a game, everybody in Cleveland got free beer.
Yep.
Everyone.
That's a good point.
Thousands of dollars was
Yes,
lost.
so I think
They're clearly shooting for better than that.
they have the expectations have changed. There's no way to know how they're handling it.
Well, yeah.
Are you predicting that they fall short? And what does that look like? Do they win the division?
I really wanted to be contrarian because I feel like I actually feel confident in their team. I feel like Baker really is a solid
the
QB.
man.
Like, yeah, he's that person that's going to provide that kind of like boost for your team.
Russell Wilson-esque.
That's no, I would put him more along Phillip Rivers. He reminds me of
No, he's
a
shiftier
young
than
no.
Phillip.
He is a young Phillip Rivers.
But he's still got that skill set
He's gonna
that Phillip
impregnate a
Rivers.
girl so many times.
No, but he's got athleticism that Phillip Rivers never
What?
had.
he's gonna
Phillip
end up with
Rivers
like
has
10
like
kids.
11. Yeah.
I know he has 11 kids.
All the kids.
But that went from 0 to 11
Yeah.
real quick.
I think that's what he is though. Like
Yeah.
that's what like as far as current actual quarterbacks in the league
Let's-
that are like really good
Let's
quarterbacks.
do a dramatic
it's
bet.
Phillip Rivers.
Let's do it. I bet you that same half pint of Ruppelmans or knockoff
Okay.
100 proof schnapps that we put on Daniel
Yeah.
Jones
Yep.
not throwing 3 TDs in his first start.
That wasn't what it was,
No,
but sure.
that was what it was for me. I said if
Was-
he throws 3 TDs in his first start,
Okay.
I will drink a whole half pint of 100
right.
proof schnapps on this
We went from
podcast.
Browns to Giants real quick.
Well, we're calling back to last episode.
Yeah, this is callback.
I'll bet you that same half pint that the Browns win that division this year.
Sure.
You think they'll?
We'll
you
do
don't?
that.
Okay, I'll do that bet. Boom.
They have
All
shook.
right, the bet has been made. The Cleveland Browns are going to be scary, and I'm looking for this next.
Personally, I don't think...
Or I'm gonna be scared.
Yeah.
yeah, you'll just watch and go,
Yeah.
fuck, ah!
But
No!
No.
Moving on to our last topic of the podcast. Some shit went down with some horses, and people are upset about it.
You know, when you put money on a horse, you kind of get upset about it, especially when the 65-1.
Yeah.
Bastard.
See, I the what's the word? The
betting horses.
No,
racing league.
the conspiracist in me wants to say that, you know, it might have been in the Kentucky Derby's best interest to not have the odds favorite to win and shell out all that money. But I'd have to look up the actual money paid out to how many people actually bet on, what was the winning horse's name? I don't even know. Whatever the 65-1
That
odds.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's his
And
name.
not to
Sorry, that was my character.
Not to maximum security. But yeah.
The greatest horse ever.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled.
No, the greatest horse since Racing Stripes. Really?
No, I got you.
I was about to say.
To be honest with you, my immediate reaction whenever anyone says Racing Stripes is there is a scene in that movie where two flies sing a duet of Ebony and Ivory, and it is the best moment in sports cinema history. Okay, so I have some thoughts on the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
The thing that's really super interesting about the Kentucky Derby and horse racing in general is that if you like it, fuck you. They run animals to death, and they're like, what if we wore a seersucker suit, listened to fucking like barbershop tunes, and bet money on it? Fuck you. Fuck Maker's Mark. Fuck everyone involved in that situation. Fuck that whole charade. Fuck that whole sport. It's not a fucking sport.
It's not.
Fuck it. It's not a sport if you can't be 6 foot to participate in it. Fuck that entire situation. Fuck all of it. Those horses deserve better.
Also,
I agree with
in
that.
general, for a great low rate that you can save some time.
You didn't even do it right. The General's going to be so mad you didn't read their copy. This episode is sponsored by the General.
They didn't give me the copy.
Well, thank you all for listening. I appreciate tuning in to our rampades and our transgressions and our
Forgive us our transgressions.
our chagrins and, you know, all those weird adjectives and adverbs and what's nots and who's it's. You know, we're just a couple dudes that like to talk sports. We like to talk sports. We don't care who knows. We don't know it all. You know, we're not professionals. We don't get paid to do this yet. And maybe one day, you know, we'll see what YouTube does for us. You know, hook us up a little bit. Give us $1 or $2, maybe. Maybe. But at least, you know, there's one fact. There's one fact, at least, that we can all be happy about. And you know what that one fact is?
Do tell us.
At least we're
not Sip Bayless.
Dylan said Bayless. Are we going to acknowledge that one?
Bye-bye.
We're not Lord Bayless.